guys? Thanks for joining me. My name is Graylan Stewart. This is my Work Wednesday vlog. My channel is all about wholesaling real estate, and we also do fix and flips. We also have Airbnbs, and we do some, obviously some traditional rentals. We like to do rent to own, but buy and holds. But it's been a couple weeks since I've done a Work Wednesday, so here I am again. But man, it's been busy. So we went on a family vacation for a week to Disney World. That was fun. I was at a mastermind like a week or so before that. So it's been a busy couple weeks. And onboarding new employees, that's always part of the game. Refining our systems and processes and things like that. But man, we're in a good spot. I think I've shared with you guys before that the first quarter for us was terrible. It was our worst first quarter ever. And to be honest, the second quarter was not any better. So it's been a rough year this first 6 months, just because we had a lot of turnover. We also quadrupled our marketing budget at the same time we had that turnover. It was just a bad mix, that those things happening all at the same time. But, we're coming out of it now. We've got some of our processes more refined, even some good people on board again, still hiring more. And we've got, man, it's crazy. We've got 39 deals in escrow right now, which is nuts. And we've got 8 of those assigned. So still a lot of potential profit, but that's part of our issue right now too. We need another solid dispo person or two even, because we just got to get these deals sold. And they will sell. It just takes time. It's a lot. When you're dispoing a property, what we do, I'll just run you through kind of the process a little bit of when we get a property, when the dispo manager gets a property, there's a checklist in my Podio. So the first thing that they do is, let me move this mic over here a little bit so y'all can hear me better. So the first thing that we do is we double check the ARV and the dispo price, because ARV is done basically by everybody in the company, just to make sure we got it right? Because that number is the most important thing. So when acquisitions gets the deal, they check ARV. Obviously, that's how they make their offer. When transactions gets the deal, they double check the ARV. When dispo gets the deal, they triple check the ARV. So at the end of the day, it's the dispo person that actually matters and decides what that is, if that makes sense. So anyway, so they double check the ARV and dispo price, and then they confirm if there's been lockbox placed, pictures and video and all that's ready. And then they create a property view in our buyer's app. So we have a buyer's app, which is where our leads come in for dispo, because you got to treat, this is where I've been wrong in the past. You got to treat dispo just like a regular sales engine, like your acquisitions, right? To where you have a leads spot for your leads coming in. So even though we use Investor Lift to dispo our deals, we still need our leads coming in somewhere, because we get leads from everywhere, right? Because we just happen to get organic leads every single day. A buyer, is registering, wanting to see our deals or get on our list. But we also actively pursue people from Facebook, all the different investor groups. And we have done some marketing for buyers as well. And sometimes they respond to our traditional marketing, like they see my TV ad or my radio ad, and they respond to that. So we get buyers that way as well. So anyways, we create a Podio view for each property in our buyer's app. So what that does is, let's just say, for rough numbers, you've got 500 buyers, right, in your system, okay? And let's just say you have 39 deals in escrow like we do. That's a lot to handle and a lot to keep track of. So you have to have a system in place to be able to handle that. So what we do is, in our buyer's app, we have a buyer's app where all of our leads come in. Let's just say we might have, on one of those deals, 123 Main Street, there might be 5 buyers that have expressed interest in that. Because when we send deals out, they don't have addresses. So they might have requested an address. That means they're interested. Or they might have sent an inquiry inquiring about the property. That means they're interested. They They might have actually given an offer. Obviously, that means they're interested. So things like that. So we have property views that we set up in Podio for every single property. So that means if 123 Main Street, we've got only 5 more days to get it assigned, well, we can go to that property view in Podio and see that, okay, there's 5 buyers that are actually interested in this property. Let's get on the phone, text, email, whatever we got to do, because those 5 buyers are our most likely potential buyers, right? This is after we already sent the emails out, text blasts, RVMs, whatever you do to get buyers' attention on that particular property, they all go into that view. Because every lead within our system, we can put there's another little spot in there for property interested in. So if they're interested in 123 Main Street, we'll put that as a property they're interested in. That way it shows up in the view. So anyways, that's one of the checklists. Then we obviously upload our videos to YouTube because Investor Lift, it takes videos and pictures, but you have to have a YouTube video to do that. So we have a YouTube channel for our dispo. Then we post ad copy, pictures, and videos on Investor Lift. Then we post the deal on Facebook via Investor Lift because there's a link straight from there. We just post it in all the local investor Facebook groups without the address. That's key. You don't want people really knowing it. That's what gains their interest. Hey, I want to look at this deal. Where's it at exactly? And then we email Investor Lift cartel buyers because I am on the cartel level, which is the highest level. We've got like 3.5 million buyers, 3.7 million buyers now, I think. But it's specific to areas. So what we do is only email blast to that particular city and county. We never do the whole state. We used to do the whole state, but there's so many buyers, you have to dwindle that down because it'll only allow you to, just so you don't get flagged as spam, it'll only allow you to do up to like 7,000 at a time, right? And we have way more than that in every area. So if you just pinpoint to the city and the county and vetted buyers only, meaning we've already vetted all these people. They're not just tire kickers for the most part. So we schedule that email blast. And then really that's it. If we don't get enough attention from that, then we have other checklists. Like we can SMS the Investor Lift cartel buyers. We can RVM our Podio buyers because not every buyer on Investor Lift we have in our Podio because the way we do it, the buyers in Podio are only the ones that have actually bought for us or expressed interest, not just all the buyers, right? So it is a lot smaller amount. But then also we have SMS our Podio buyers, RVM our Podio buyers, SMS the God Mode buyers, call the God Mode buyers with 10,000 score or higher. God Mode on Investor Lift is all the flips that have happened around that property within a certain mile radius, however far you want to scope it out, up to 15 miles. And we just call the ones that have the highest scores because you're scored based on your activity in Investor Lift. If you flipped houses or if you inquired on properties, you're opening emails, all those things give you a different score. So we call all the big time buyers, right? And then if it's a novation or a flip, obviously we fill out the MLS docs. And then after the deal is assigned, we mark as pending on Investor Lift. After it's assigned, we delete the property view in the buyer's app because now we don't need that view anymore. We don't delete that buyer was ever interested in that because we want to know that in the future potentially in case that's that same area. But we do delete the view just so it kind of dwindles that down. And then after we close, we mark it as sold on Investor Lift and of course in Podio as well. So that's kind of our checklist. So that's what we do. And I'm not even sure how I got on that, but that's how we do our checklist for buyers. So our process is a lot more refined now because a lot of that is new. We were doing all that, but it wasn't like, all documented into there to where you can just click a button. Okay, I did that. It's just an easy reminder when we just click a button because each one of these things are clickable. I don't know if you can see that, me moving my mouse up and down, all the different colors. Because eventually all these are colored, or the ones that you've done is colored at least. So that's what we do. And then obviously when it's assigned, it goes back into transactions. So it shows all the assigned deals, projected profits, and the close dates. So that's always good. Within this next 15 days or so, it looks like we're closing on, there's 24, 20, 30, 55, 79, 89, 90, about 90,000 it looks like. Sorry, I was trying to do all that math in my head, but about 90,000 or so we're closing on within the next 15 days. So that's just good to give a good overview. So that's what we do. We use views. If you're familiar with Podio and you're not using views, then you're missing out, because in my opinion, that's the biggest benefit Podio has. Besides all the integrations and stuff, but just to make life easy, it's got views that you can set up, like transactions. We have deals in escrow view. We have deadline within 7 days view, deadline, past due, closed deals for the year, deals we kept for the year, deals that are dead for the year, things like that. But the ones in escrow is important because then we can set that view to, like we have ours, it shows the property address, the transaction coordinator, because we have a couple, the call status, whether it's contacted or not, because we want to make sure that they're following up with these people every 3 to 5 days. So it's uncontacted if they get a response back from a buyer or seller, or it goes uncontacted if they haven't been reached for 3 to 5 days. So, and then the status, pre-marketing, means we just got the deal. We're still working on getting pictures and everything we need to start marketing. Then we have transaction approved, meaning we've got everything we need. Now the transaction coordinator approved that for the Dispo manager to start marketing. And then we have marketing, meaning the Dispo manager is actively marketing that property. And then we have assigned, of course. Close comes out of this view when it's closed. It goes into the 2022 closed. And then we do have improbable, issues, closing issues, title or whatever else, people backing out, whatever it might be. But it's just a good overview. And then it shows our exit strategies. Like these are wholesales, novations, team member keeping for a rental, or it's a flip. So that's just a good view. That's what views are for. It gives you just an overview of what is going on. And then it says deadline to assign, so we know exactly where we're at on all these. Like we only have these certain amount of dates to assign, projected profit, and then actual close date, or projected close date, technically. But most importantly, then it's got our lead source. Like in Deals in Escrow right now, I'll just tell you the lead sources. We've got TV, cold call, TV, radio, Facebook organic, radio, Facebook organic, radio. Inventory, meaning it's a flip because we purchased it previously. TV, RVM, radio, TV, cold call, radio. TV, cold call, radio, cold call. Bandit sign, believe it or not. We put bandit signs in the houses that we are wholesaling or that we're flipping. So sometimes we get deals from those. But we don't actively do bandit signs every week as a marketing method. Another inventory because it's a flip. Facebook, organic, TV, another inventory because it's a flip. Radio, SEO, radio, cold calling. I thought we had a PPC one on here, but we might have just closed that the other day because we do some PPC as well. But anyways, that gives you an idea of kind of what's going on. So that's kind of it. I don't even know how I got to rambling on any of that stuff, but I guess that was kind of a Dispo overview kind of work Wednesday today. So anyways, I missed doing this work Wednesday because it's been a few weeks, as I said, just busy life and things, but definitely getting back into it every week again. But thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you. Hopefully you got some insight at least. If you didn't get any tips or nuggets from that, maybe you got insight at least on how we do things, so maybe it can help you. Hopefully it can. But definitely leave me a comment, like, follow, subscribe. I'd appreciate that. And I'll see you guys next time.